What is going on, everybody? So, today I kind of want to talk about something different. Usually, I talk about either video games or tech. Today, I wanted to talk about something that I do when I'm not gaming or looking at technology or testing things. It's something that I do to escape my reality for 2 to 3 hours, and that is watch movies, specifically A24 films. For more than 15 years, it's become more evident that A24 Films is pretty much saving Hollywood and films in general. A24 Films for a very long time have provided an unmatched experience in theaters, streaming service, on your phone. It doesn't matter where you watch A24 Films, it captures your attention and keeps it. Unlike a lot of these other companies that are releasing films like Fox, Warner Brothers, and let's not forget all of those streaming services. Of course, you have some diamonds in the rough when it comes to the streaming services, but most of the movies I see on the streaming services are just okay. And every time I give something a chance that isn't an A24 film, I kind of regret it. It's becoming a lot more prevalent that A24 films are just the best films available today and in the last few decades. There have been amazing comic book films, but when I think of thrillers, horror, drama, there are only a few that come to mind that aren't A24 films that are actually great. Movies like Hereditary, Civil War, Ex Machina, Uncut Gems, and Good Time are movies that I watch over and over again and pick up new things upon rewatching every single time. These movies had massive amounts of work put into them. In fact, I'm at the point where I'm just completely spoiled by A24 films. If my film doesn't have some kind of subliminal message with a fourth wall breaking afterthought, then I'm just not satisfied. To me, movies have to be complete works of art. And A24 kind of ruined every movie for me. I've watched Hereditary 10 times. I don't remember the last time I've watched a movie 10 times besides Marvel films. And that's probably only a movie like Iron Man 1. But of course, comparing Marvel films to A24 films is not the right comparison. But to me, they have some similarities in terms of popularity and just enthusiastic watching. Every time I watch an A24 film, I feel like there's going to be a Thanos end credit scene at the very beginning of the movie. I feel like every part of an A24 film is golden, and I look forward to every single second. Of course, there are some A24 films that aren't that amazing. There is one called The Zone of Interest, which I tried to watch, but I ironically lost interest. There's just sometimes, and it's very rare, that I can't fully pay attention to an A24 film because it is just so artistic and profound that sometimes I just want a dumb film like a Marvel film, or something you just don't have to think about. But without joking around, A24 films are the perfect personification of our current state of mind. Every time I watch an A24 film, it perfectly represents the hardships of America, racism, the relationship between two people of any kind, the relationship between one person and countries, or just the state of people in general. A24 films perfectly capture what the world is right now. And that just means that in 10 years, A24 films are going to evolve and become something even better, or just different. And I believe different is better, and these films show us that. And I absolutely love it. It doesn't need to be exactly the same way as the comic or pandering to a certain amount of people or type of people. With the current film Civil War, it doesn't pander to any side. The movie is just what it is. There are two sides. There is violence. Everything else doesn't matter. And that's why I absolutely love A24 films. Even if it's a movie about politics, it's the most 100% accurate way to portray politics in a way that it's not about politics. Instead, it's art. And obviously that sounds a little cheesy, but A24 films are art. And yeah, like I said before, there are different types of companies that make great movies and shows, but this is very few and very far between. With A24 films, as soon as I get in the theater, I know it's going to be a good movie. As soon as I watch the trailer, I know it's going to be a great movie or show. I've seen the show Beef 3 times. I believe there are 10 episodes, and each episode is about 45 minutes. And I've watched the show 3 times because it hits that hard. Steven Yeun is incredible in this show, and everybody else is too. A bunch of people won Emmys for the show, and it was rightfully earned. And this movie studio proves that all that matters is the vision you have for your movies and for your genres. And that links back to Marvel films. They had a vision for the end, and they followed followed it till the very end, until they pretty much had no vision. I don't know how much longer A24 films are going to succeed in the way they're succeeding now, but as long as they keep this vision of fully realizing the actual reality of what we have in our country, community, and relationships, if they perfectly portray that in the way they're continuing to do, A24 films will continue to flourish effortlessly. So yes, A24 films and its perfect representation of just human consciousness has been baffling, staggering, and just encapsulating my mind in every world that this movie studio releases into theaters or streaming services or anything else. I can't wait to see what A24 does next, but I just wanted to give some love because this movie studio is saving movies, period. Full stop. Without A24, I wouldn't love movies. The first movie I saw that really made me think was Ex Machina. And there are so many other movies 15 years ago that I didn't even realize was A24 films. I bet I just saw the logo and I was like, what the hell is A24? But now, every time I see that logo, it means go watch the film. It means I'm going to spend another $12 on a movie this week or next month. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about A24 because I absolutely love this studio. To me, they're the best movie studio of all time. They just keep releasing banger after banger after art after art. Because not only is A24 helping greatly with making these films, but they're also financing and just funding all of these films to be made in the first place. Because they should be made and they have messages in these films that should be said. Not some BS message that you see in a Marvel Studios film nowadays, but a real message about the human condition and just how art reflects on that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Later.